More than likely, you probably heard of Aptos, but if not, let's talk about this upcoming layer 1 blockchain that has the ability to compete with a lot of these bigger upcoming blockchains like a Caspa or a Sui. If you haven't been to my channel before, my name is EQ. Welcome to EQ Trades. I'm the founder of the EPIQ Trading Floor, and I've taught over 1,000 people how to trade since 2021. Let me remind everyone too, none of this is financial advice. I'm not paid by the Aptos team by any way, and I'm not currently invested in Aptos at the making of this video. Maybe I will be after, but at the current time of making it, I am not. So this is a non-biased, just what I see going through the project and some of the predictions that I'm looking at on the charts based on my knowledge over the last 10 plus years of trading. So without further ado, cue up that damn intro and let's get this video started. So Aptos itself is currently sitting at number 27 on CoinGecko.com, a total market cap of 4.7 billion, which is decently high. Obviously, you're not in, which is expected if you're going to be in the top 30. And this is an infinite supply project, which is common for something that has a lot of utility behind it. Like Ethereum, for example, has an infinite supply. So that would tell me right off the bat that a project like Aptos would be made to scale and sustain for long-term use and for a lot of transactional volume, so that price doesn't end up being way too expensive to use the ecosystem. And if you click max, you'll notice that they haven't had a true bull run yet. This was introduced in 2022 during the bear run, so this is going to be the first true super cycle for a project like Aptos. And like I mentioned before, this is going to be a layer 1 blockchain, an up-and-coming layer 1, I should say specifically, that's going to be competing directly with some of the other upcoming ones that get a lot of attention on social media, like Sui and like Caspa, but it's going to be a little bit different than those. Now, the first thing that caught my attention with Aptos, going into the categories, you can see they have a lot of institutional investors in this project, which would naturally tell me that they're going to want to get a lot of profit on this. So I would assume at some point the marketing is going to go rampant on Aptos going into some point of the bull run when things start to go parabolic. And with that in mind, you also have to remember that they're also going to be taking a lot of profit because they're in this game to make money. So this isn't something that I relatively would be holding into the next bull run, and holding through an entire bear run. I'll probably close 100% if I got into a trade on Aptos once we got into those peak highs, start to dollar cost average out. Something that I teach in the EPIQ Trading Floor. If you haven't joined, you should definitely go check that out. I'll drop the link in the description and I'll tag it in the video as well. But that's always something to keep in mind when you're looking at these portfolio projects or just projects that have a lot of investors and institutional money in general. Now the website is very clean too, super easy to use, very transparent. Aptos is going to be a layer 1 proof of stake blockchain. So it is going to offer staking and DeFi. And the main thing that separates it from the other projects is that they use the Move Web3 language, which is going to be one of the more up-to-date languages in terms of coding. And you can see they're working with a lot of major partners: Microsoft, Google, Amazon, MasterCard, Coinbase, Universal Studios, MoonPay. So like I was saying, there's a lot of institutional money flowing into this project. So it's always something to keep in mind. Now there's a lot of different use cases for Aptos as well, integrated with AI, made for gaming, NFTs, and social media. So Aptos, by the numbers, it says the all-time peak transactions per second crossed over 13,000 transactions per second, which, as you can imagine, is very fast. And there's always a ton of news that's being released about Aptos, which is always a bullish thing as well. And taking a quick look at the ecosystems and the projects that are built on here, you can see everything from DeFi to tooling, stablecoin security, marketplaces, launchpads, explorers, bridges, you name it. There's already 188 projects that are built on Aptos. So the base in the community is already there and primed and ready to get into a bull run. Now they're very transparent with their white paper as well. One of the things that I did want to note that I thought was really cool about this, which makes sense, is that the Aptos blockchain has been developed over the last 3 years by 350 developers across the globe. And everything that they do is based on open source, based on the Move language. And that's just one of the many things that's included. And I'm not even going to go into the full detail because a lot of this is very technical and made for devs, which is a good thing to see for a project in a layer 1 that's built for scalability. They actually know what they're doing, and going through their white paper makes sense. It's very abstract. It has a lot of information. It talks about how the validators work. It goes through all of the algorithms and the math behind everything, kind of how the systems work, how the move modules work. So I'd highly suggest taking the time to go through this white paper. But let me just say that if you're not a dev or very familiar with the crypto space, like very familiar, a lot of this is probably going to just go right over your head. It's very in-depth and very advanced, but it's exactly what you'd want to see from a project that's doing open source and is claiming to have, the fastest network and this and that. You would want to see all of the math and the necessary information that can go with that. Now, when we're looking at the chart for Aptos, First thing that I noticed is that we are breaking the trend. So we officially broke this uptrending support. This is now a downtrend. If price for whatever reason did want to swing back up, I'd be looking to see this test as a resistance. Now, my ideal buy-in for a project like this, for anyone that's in the EPIQ Trading Floor, you know that we go for the EPIQ Golden Pocket, which is in between the 6180 and 7860. That's also going to be where the point of control for volume is for that local move. Now, if you start to zoom this out, we can see that zone is also a really good buy-in long term. Realistically, anything under that $7.48 zone could be a really good play. Now, we all might get lucky and potentially get a test back under $5, but considering how much bullish sentiment is going into Aptos and how the volume is looking at the moment, who knows if it'll actually get down there. But this is something that, again, like I said, for me personally, anything under $7.50, I'll probably look to dollar cost average in for the long term. Now, if this did want to swing down to the 7860, you could tap take profit 3 at about 15 bucks. That's going to be a short-term play just off the first Fibonacci. Mind you, short-term on the daily is going to be about weeks to months. But if it did want to get down here, you're looking at about 100% play. And then this project's all-time high is going to be at about 20 bucks. Obviously, there was the release, but from a point that there was an actual resistance, it's about 200% from that 7860. So if price did want to come down, it can get a really nice swing to that all-time high. Once that breaks, you're in price discovery mode, and this thing can go parabolic, all dependent on how much money is actually flowing in the crypto space and how much total market cap is in crypto. The best way to stay up to date with all of that is by joining the EPIQ Trading Floor. It also does come with a 3-day risk-free trial for anyone that's interested in joining. If you want to learn more, you can always click the Learn More button. And there's a video here that's about 3 minutes, and it'll walk you through exactly what you would get as an all-access member. It does come with a monthly or an annual access pass, and the annual comes with 2 months for free. So if you are interested, if you want to learn how to trade, if you want to get access to buy and sell signals, bullish and bearish signals, academy, community, trading view overlays and oscillators, you name it, we have it. Come check out the EPIQ Trading Floor. I'm definitely stoked to see what plays out with Aptos moving into 2025 and to see how it competes directly with these other projects like Caspa and like Sui, who are already up here in the top 30 as well. Caspa is technically 34, but these are going to be other small layer 1 blockchains that come with a new set of technology that the older blockchains don't necessarily have, that give them a competitive advantage from a scaling perspective or speed perspective or whatever it may be. So I'm definitely stoked to see it. I appreciate you all for watching this video. Throw some love in the comments if you learned anything. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.